Absolutely. And then they've got the continuing imploding economy. I mean, people have to go to the government for help through that. And then now they're announcing he's breaking all his promises. He's going to raise health care taxes on everybody and surtaxes and green taxes on everybody's electricity. I mean, would you say Obama wins or is a contender for the crown of the biggest liar? Because I thought Clinton was a liar. I thought Bush was a liar.
Well, the thing that we put Obama in is the mass destruction of what was once the entrepreneurial empire into what Mussolini said, the merger of state and corporate powers into fascism, where government and major corporations are running the whole show. Again, look at the people. Look at the banks. Look at the control. And so that's what we see. And by the way, people ask us, what are some of the solutions? Well, here's one solution. We don't need Wall Street. We need Main Street. We don't need Walmarts. We need mom and pops. We don't need agribusiness. We need family farms. We don't need Monsanto. We need organic. And this is not hyperbole, it's a fact based on the knowledge that we were, the United States of America, the most egalitarian nation on earth, respected and envied by everyone else on earth. From the most egalitarian, when that model existed, Main Street, mom and pop, family farm, and organic, we have now become the nation where the gap between the rich and the poor is the widest of any of the industrialized nations, and where we used to be number one in healthcare, in education, in longevity, in quality of life, when we lived by Main Street, mom and pop, family farms, and organic, we no longer win, place, or show by any of those indices.
Because we're mentally and spiritually poisoned, and the establishment knew that, and all of those big vertically integrated corporate structures are waging war against mom and pop and Main Street, and now they've got the Animal ID, the Premises ID, openly to shut down family farms and ranches, the Clean Water Restoration Act to federalize all the water. I mean, they're coming in as the economy implodes, trying to pass the carbon tax, knowing it'll shut things down further. This is like the global mafia burning us out. So you're saying the revolution isn't just physical. It's going to be people not going to Walmart anymore, people planting their own gardens, people not doing what the local thugs and feds say, and people just getting back to basics? Or what else is in the revolution?
Well, that's all part of it. My thing is I boycott corporate food. I won't eat it. I go to the local guy. I won't go to the Dunkin' Donuts guy. I support. I go to the farmers markets. I don't buy factory food. Alex, we just saw Obama. They made a whole big deal about them planting their organic garden and buying local food and how healthy they eat. Let the rest of them eat Frankenfoods is their motto. It's okay for them and the Clintons and the Bushes for everybody to only eat the best. But the rest of you people out there, fatten yourself up on the junk food. What goes in goes out. Junk food, junk minds, junk thinking. And for this country to get back to where it used to be, we need a renaissance. And the renaissance is a rebirth to when America was great, when Main Street ruled, not Wall Street, not these greedy multimillionaires. Where do they come off? Goldman Sachs saying that, well, we earn this profits and we're distributing this money, these bonuses to our people because we're such brilliant traders. Oh, yeah? How about the $13 billion we gave you to cover your bad bets with AIG?
And then they took the money and then loaned it to us in interest, and it's just total bastards. We're going to come back in the final segment and talk to Maria, Linda, and Randall. Quick comments, quick questions from those three callers, quick answers from Gerald Celente, and I can't wait to have him back up again soon. But we got 30 seconds before break. Gerald, when do you see physical confrontation, rioting beginning?
We may see riots this summer as the heat of the city streets becomes uncontrollable, as people can't find jobs and have no future.
And then they're talking about by next year, 25% unemployment.
And when you look upon the minority groups, the people that have no education and they're drugged out, you have a recipe for violence and disaster.
Stay there, Gerald Celente. I'm Alex Jones. Gerald Celente, I want to jam in a few final calls here for you, but quickly, I have this question. Can all the king's horses, all the king's men, all the police state grid they've set up, planning this bankruptcy all along to bring in their New World Order, is it going to be successful? Because even with all the Obama hype, it's not working. I mean, this looks like it's going to turn into a really bloody confrontation.
Well, it's going to be ugly. I mean, now they're changing their tune from green shoots. Now they're saying a double dip recession. It's not a double dip recession. It never ended, and it's going to go into a Great Depression.
Jobless recovery.
Yeah, it's like almost pregnant, isn't it? They're not going to be able to stop it. The only way they will be able to stop it is to continue to do what they're doing, and that is to keep the people under federal dictate and to make them more subservient, and the pressure that is going to be bearing upon the people at every level, from parking meters to property taxes, from federal taxes to sin taxes, is going to be taxes. They're going to squeeze the little people until there are riots and rebellions. By the way, the Tea Parties and tax protests, that's just the beginning. History has been made, and they're trying to play it down.
Maria in California, you're on the air with Gerald Celente.
Hi, Jones and Celente. It's an honor to speak with both of you. I actually wanted to call in because I'm calling from Pomona, California, and in the past 2 months, the police activity here has gone from hearing them once, maybe every other month, to hearing them 3 times a day. I'm hearing the ambulance go off and the police everywhere. And I just want to know, if I'm living in a suburban area like this, I mean, how bad is it going to get while our city council...
Yeah, that's something they're covering up, Gerald. Obviously, crime's exploding. They're trying to squeeze the public. It's not working. You said a year ago on this show California was going to collapse. That's now beginning. Gerald?
Yes, it is beginning. There's going to be other states to follow. I mean, Michigan, around Detroit, it's a war zone. And, my saying as a Bronx boy is, when people lose everything and they have nothing left to lose, they lose it. We're going to see more of these home invasions, kidnappings. It's going to turn ugly over the years. So I'm a believer in Second Amendment rights, as are you, Alex, and that people need to learn self-protection because nobody's going to protect you. And as you also know, I'm a close combat practitioner, and John Perkins from attackproof.com has been, my teacher for, many, many years. So people have to understand there will be no savior other than yourself.
Absolutely. Maria, does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. One more question. I've prepared, I've stockpiled, I have my gun and everything. What can I do with the rest of my fiat money?
Well, again, we don't give financial advice. I can only tell you what I do with mine. And I'm very heavily invested in gold. And what I do is, because I run a business, I need cash. I put my money between different currencies so that if the dollar goes down, the other one goes up.
Maria answered that earlier. We got to jump. Final call, Linda in Rhode Island. Quickly, you're on the air with Gerald Celente.
Hi, Alex and Gerald. I have a question for Gerald. Last week, Bob Chapman was on, and he stated that they would close the banks for a week and that they were going to open them up again. Everything was going to be all right. I think he was too lighthearted on that. Can you say something about that?
Well, if they close the banks, we believe that they'll devalue the dollar when they reopen them. You won't be able to get all your money back out. They'll use the Argentinian method. That's what they did over there when their dollar collapsed, and that's what we believe they'll do over here.
Does that answer your question, Linda?
You'll be able to get your money, but you won't be able to get it out all at once.
Right.
And it won't be worth what it was if they close the banks.
Yeah, because who's going to want to go to work thinking, maybe they'll get paid in a month?
Yeah, Linda, thank you. Gerald Celente, thank you so much for spending time with us. We'll talk to you again very, very soon. Thank you.